Rebel soul child, got a fist ball, I'm a respawn of ancestors, and I'm blessed,
Well, I wasn't fucking expecting that. 5th round finish, final minute, first man to ever win a UFC welterweight belt from England, first man to ever take Kamaru Usman down, first man ever to knock out Kamaru Usman. That's a lot of firsts. Like, do you truly understand the magnitude of happiness that I have right now? If you're from England, you obviously know you've got to stay up till 4 or 5 a.m. watching these fights. And I'm just sat there in the room like not being able to fucking scream because I live in a flat and I got fucking hell. And I got neighbours there, so I can't scream. And I'm watching the fucking fight. I'm watching the final minute of that fight and the kick that shocked the world. Oh my god. It was amazing. It was so amazing. That is probably the biggest, since I've been a fan for UFC for probably, I don't know, 6 to 7 years. That's been the biggest upset that I've seen. That has been the biggest upset. I had Edwards in round 1, he threw more hands, he was definitely controlling the fight, he was throwing a lot of leg kicks, keeping Kamaru Usman at bay. However, 2, 3 and 4, all of them were Usman. The superiority of his grappling was fucking unreal. Unmatched. Honestly unmatched. And Edwards did a really good job in the first couple of rounds trying to get back up and try and, defend the takedowns. You can only defend for so long until you start getting drained. But guess what? The whole time you're getting drained, Kamaru Usman's keeping his energy because he knows how he's going to win this fight. And the best way to win this fight is not to try and stand there with Leon Edwards, because Leon Edwards is a better striker than Masvidal. So yes, he managed to knock out Masvidal, but Edwards is a lot faster and more technical with his striking, right? So you have to be wary of that. You can't just go in fucking all guns blazing and expect that Edwards is going to be knocked out. It's not going to happen. Usman held him down like he does every single fucking fight that he ever does, apart from that one Masvidal fight, and he just grinds people down. Now don't get me wrong, it's very dominant. But sometimes, there's so many fighters that do that, and sometimes it's just a bit boring to watch for 3 rounds just someone get taken down and kept there. Now I get it. If you're into your wrestling and submission and your jiu-jitsu, I get it. You're going to see all the technical stuff they're doing on the floor. Amazing. But it's not even like he tries to submit him. He just holds him down. I don't know who gave that speech to Leon Edwards. I'm assuming it's one of his coaches. The hairs on my back and my neck were standing up. It was so motivational. It's not even like he was trying to teach him how to win the fight. He wasn't sat there going, you need to come back, you need to slip that shot, then go for the right hand. He wasn't saying any of that. He was saying, stop being a fucking bitch. This is where you need to man up. This is your belt. This guy has beat you before, a dominant guy, he's going to beat you. You need to win this fight, this is yours. Stop being a fucking pussy, you're better than this. That wasn't word for word, but that's how it sounded to me. Even me, at 4 o'clock in the morning, I was like, yeah, I'm going to go fucking do some shit. It was so motivational, man, and just to see him land that kick. I'm not going to lie to you, I didn't even know he was out. I thought he was going to run over and do a few punches. No, he was out cold. I'm so glad I finally get to see a champion from England. I'm so fucking happy, man. You have no idea. Now I don't have to keep doing videos about who I think is going to be the next British champ, because we've got one. We've already got one. There's only 2 other fighters I really think might get a title shot. I think Arnold Allen is definitely going to get a title shot. Like I always say to you, so underrated. This guy has such fast hands. The only other person I can see possibly being a champion in the next few years, I reckon Arnold Allen could be a champion 100%. He has what it takes to become champion, and I think his skills and his power and his speed, that would definitely get him into the top 3 of his weight division. Anyway, going back to Edwards, wow. What a fucking story. Leon Edwards' story is so amazing and it's so relatable. Like myself, like Leon, and like hundreds of thousands of other kids in England who grew up on council estates. You know what it's like if you grew up in a council estate. A lot of you people know what I'm talking about. You need to get out fast, otherwise you're going to be stuck there. He truly is the people's champion. His story is incredible. So that's why I keep calling him the people's champion, because he really did come from nothing and made something of himself. So what do I think's next? Well, there's only one logical fight, as DC has said, giving Kamaru Usman that 3rd and final fight, the trilogy fight for the welterweight champion belt, is the only thing that makes sense to me. Now I know Covington wants a fight, and I know Masvidal's trying to, he's putting all this shit out on Twitter and he wants to have a fight, but come on, man. Both of you two lost twice to the last champion, so, now it's his turn to get his rematch that he deserves. Now the next fight is going to be tricky, because both of them now know what to do. So it's going to be a fucking dog war. Either that or Usman's going to hold him down for 5 rounds and hope for the best. I'm hoping it's a dog war. Now that Leon Edwards has that confidence after the head kick, I feel like in the next fight, Usman's going to go for nothing but wrestling, and I feel like Leon's just going to throw hands all 5 rounds, because he kind of has to. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy he's the champion. I'm so glad Leon Edwards is the champion. It really feels like I did nothing towards getting that belt, and it feels like I also won. But we've got to be real here. Edwards is the best British fighter that I've seen in recent years. However, he's not going to be able to compete with the wrestling of Kamaru Usman. Yes, he did an amazing job getting back up off his feet, defending the takedowns, and doing well on the grapple, throwing in some elbows in there when they were dirty boxing up against the cage and stuff. I get that. Fantastic. However, you know, Usman's been wrestling since he was young, and I'm talking real young. He's a champion, gold medal winner. You're not going to be able to compete with the level of wrestling that is at. What I can say is, I do think Edwards will win the next fight, because Edwards has lost before. He's never been knocked out, but he has lost before. Kamaru Usman had never been knocked out, and now he's been knocked out, and it does change people. Even Chuck Liddell said it changed him, and he's a fucking animal. I just can't believe it. This is the exact fucking reason I love this sport, man. You can't take anyone out until all 5 rounds are over, because honestly, you have no idea what can happen. Congratulations to Leon Edwards for winning that fight. You fought your fucking arse off, and you deserved it. Your whole journey is absolutely incredible. I can't stop smiling. I can't stop smiling because I feel like I've also won. You know, we're only a small island. We're a small fighting island. You know, we had half the world at one point. You know, that's why every time you look at New Zealand, Australia, and they've all got the Union flags in the corner. That's because we used to have all of that. We used to have the empire. We're a fighting nation, and this just goes to show how much of a fighting nation we are. I'm so sorry the video is so short. It was literally pretty much just a congratulations to Leon Edwards, and I thought he had a really good fight. He definitely had the first round, and clearly he had the last round, so well done for the win. Believe you me, as soon as he gets that fight in Wembley against Kamaru Usman, I will pay up to £1,000 to go watch that. I don't care. I can't not watch that fight. Win or lose, you know, you got to watch that fight. Listen, let me know down below who you think is going to win the rematch between Usman and Edwards. I'm very excited to hear what you say, and apart from that, man, I'll see you on the next one.
They are not him, tell him fess up. I get check stub, hella carefree, nothing scares me.